Hello, everyone, and welcome back to FilmBook Review, an official YouTube channel of FilmBook. Featured in Google News, IMDb's news desk, and a member of the Critics' Choice Association, FilmBook is an entertainment industry news website that reports on the film and television show industries in the United States and across the world. Today on FilmBook Review, I'll be reviewing the film The Integrity of Joseph Chambers, a movie that screened at the 2022 Tribeca Film Festival. The Integrity of Joseph Chambers is written and directed by Robert Machoyan and stars Clayne Crawford, Jordana Brewster, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Michael Raymond James, and Colt Crawford. This is a The Integrity of Joseph Chambers movie review, and there will be spoilers. If you like our movie reviews, please like this The Integrity of Joseph Chambers film review, as that helps us out with YouTube's algorithm, and consider subscribing. Once subscribed, click the bell notification box and you are all set. Please also consider becoming one of our patrons on Patreon at patreon.com/filmbook. And now, The Integrity of Joseph Chambers movie review. Director Robert Machoyan's new film, The Integrity of Joseph Chambers, is quite unique in its ability to provide the audience with an intelligent storyline that maintains viewer interest from the beginning to end. This complicated but stirring movie offers a fully fleshed out leading performance by its star, Clayne Crawford. Set mostly in the woods, this picture is sure to raise more questions than answers for its audience, but it's the subtle delicacies that Machoyan uses to tell his story that makes it such a successful effort. Crawford stars as Joseph Chambers, a family man who is married to the radiant Tess. They have a couple of kids and seem to be as happy as can be. Chambers decides to get in a pickup truck and borrow a gun from his friend Doug to go deer hunting with. Tess wouldn't mind spending more quality time with Joseph before he leaves, as she shakes her booty for him as he is about to embark on his journey. Once Joseph leaves, there will be no turning back, as his life is about to be altered forever. When Joseph gets into the woods, he finds himself envisioning himself in a baseball game and becomes free with nature and with himself. When he fires a shot with the rifle, it seems nobody's around. After all, who would be trespassing? All seems to be okay as Joseph continues to do what he came into the wilderness to do. All his plans change when he finds a man in the middle of the woods with a gunshot wound who appears to be dead. Joseph runs and runs and runs some more. He has found himself in a predicament that is certain to have consequences for all involved. Joseph starts to get very intense and scared. Machoyan doesn't spare the audience long shots of Joseph expressing himself emotionally, whether it be through talking to himself or crumbling physically in fear. Joseph gets to shoveling a hole to bury the man's body in, but what happens is rather surprising as we learn the guy isn't quite dead. As Joseph tries to apologize and console the man, the guy runs away and becomes afraid, further complicating an already complex situation. Some more plot development occurs that enriches the plot and holds the audience's attention. Machoyan's direction sets the film to play like a thriller. There is genuine suspense to be found throughout. Crawford and Raymond James have some interesting scenes together that prove this situation that they are in is truly one that cannot be undone. Eventually, a police chief appears in the film, but not until some horrible occurrences are unveiled. Clayne Crawford is perfectly cast in the lead role in the movie. There is no scene he is in here that feels like he is overacting in it, even though the character expresses some complex emotions throughout the picture. Machoyan's direction is almost always probing and never once feels overdone either. In smaller roles, Kennedy and, especially, Brewster create realistic characters who come to life in such a way that they further illustrate Joseph's need to go on the initial journey he sets out on, which is to go hunting. Machoyan opens the film with a haunting shot of the woods. The trees and the sound set the stage for what is to come. By film's end, Machoyan greatly succeeds in his ability to hook the viewer into the plot and to be captivated by the material. Every scene leaves one wondering which way Joseph will turn next. In the final scenes, Crawford is absolutely outstanding. Dean Morgan is never one to disappoint, and in his brief but hugely relevant role, the character actor adds depth to the conclusion of the movie, which is admittedly left open to viewer interpretation. The Integrity of Joseph Chambers is a fine example of a movie that expertly does what it sets out to do. It has shades of the great movie, A Simple Plan, although that 1998 picture was, of course, a masterpiece. The integrity of Joseph Chambers isn't as perfect as A Simple Plan, but it's a very successful movie. It could have used more depth in regards to its unsettling climax, but it's not worth nitpicking the small problems with the picture because it's certain to keep viewers invested throughout. This movie is a powerful portrait of a man who may have been better off playing it safe and staying with his family rather than going out hunting. Crawford is an actor to watch, and this film is proof he has what it takes to carry a movie. And that brings us to the conclusion of this, The Integrity of Joseph Chambers movie review. I would love to hear your thoughts on it below in the comments section. If you liked what you heard during this review, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Please also visit and subscribe to our podcast channel at FilmBook Podcast and our trailer and reaction channel at FilmBook Trailers. Thank you for viewing, and you can watch one of these reviews next.